Hello everyone, welcome to StudyIQ IS English channel. My name is Shubham Sagar. Today we have to talk about France and their secret nuclear plan. Oh my god. See, understand one thing. Again, when we are talking about France, we are talking about Europe. We have to understand what is going on in Europe, Russia-Ukraine war. Things are linked to that. NATO, NPT, Non-Proliferation Treaty. So there will be some keywords we have to understand, and then also we will have a look at the map of Europe. And we'll try to see certain areas like, Norway, Sweden, Finland. Sweden has joined NATO. So like when, was it the latest member or not? So here in this particular video, in this particular article, France nuclear plan is the thing which we have to talk about, and then the things related to it. Also have a look at this particular portion which is very peculiar in nature. This is Strait of Gibraltar. What is a strait? A narrow water body connecting two larger water bodies. So the Strait of Gibraltar, which is here, which is connecting or which is acting as a link between Africa and Europe, it connects Mediterranean Sea and Atlantic Ocean. UPSC loves Mediterranean Sea and they love to ask question on Mediterranean Sea. Okay, sir. So let's talk about this particular issue, which published in June 2025 in some newspaper. I will tell you which newspaper, which page later on. So what is happening here? We all know about Russia-Ukraine war and what is happening in that particular region. And so on May 14, 2025, French President Emmanuel Macron, he said, see, earlier France has nuclear stockpiles and around 290 nuclear warheads they have. India has around 180 nuclear warheads. So earlier their policy was they will be using it for their own purpose. They will not be sharing it. Unlike, let's say, US, which share their nuclear weapons, that is under NATO, they share their nuclear weapons, but the ownership lies with US. And earlier France was like, no, we will not share our nuclear weapons. Now things have changed. What France is saying that no, we are open to dialogue on stationing its nuclear weapons in other European countries. In a way, they are trying to guard other countries, and in a way, many people feel that this will escalate matters when it comes to Russia. Russia may find this whole thing that France will station their nuclear stockpile in other countries. They will feel like it is directed against them. Then the other question is, does France has that amount of nuclear weapons that it can, put it in other countries? We'll talk about it. So this comes amid increased European security concern due to Russia-Ukraine war. Things are developing thick and fast. So France offer, what's behind it? So tied to France, European strategic autonomy. See, NATO. In NATO, what we talk about? Attack on one is attack on all. So you can think from that perspective. We'll talk about NATO, we'll talk about NPT, we'll talk about why India, Pakistan, Israel, and then North Korea, they're not part of NPT. We have to remember these countries. So tied to France, European strategic autonomy, policies aimed at, you can see here, EU's independent defense capability. So here again, Macron is saying that we want a sovereign Europe and we will protect those allies of ours which are threatened directly or indirectly. And for doing that, if we have to station our nuclear stockpile in their countries, we will do that. Oh my god. So historically, now this was what we were discussing earlier. Their policy was that these nuclear stockpiles, these are our nuclear asset and will not be giving it to third party or third country. But now this is a shift. And this is very similar to US policy. What is nuclear sharing? Please understand this. The thing which France is talking about right now, it's not a very new phenomena. US has already done it and they deploy B-61 tactical nuclear bombs in different countries. You can have a look at it. But what happens in nuclear sharing is, it's not like when US has deployed these nuclear bombs. So it's like the ownership has also gone to these countries. No, the ownership, the control still lies with US. Same will happen with France also. If France also start following this nuclear sharing model, they will deploy nuclear bombs in different countries which are their ally, but the ownership will lie with France. So this is the basic meaning of nuclear sharing. In UPSC, they can ask you, what is the basic meaning of nuclear sharing? Oh my god. Okay. So France arsenal, how much nuclear warheads they have? When they're talking about these things that we will station it in other countries, do they have enough nuclear stockpile? The answer is yes and no. According to different scholars, they will need more nuclear warheads. They need to manufacture nuclear warheads. Then what about NPT then? Non-Proliferation Treaty. They talk about non-proliferation. And again, the other question is, under NPT, is it allowed? Can France share their nuclear stockpiles with other countries? We'll talk about their Article 1. That says no, it is not allowed. Then how come France is doing stuff? They can do anything they want to do. Sometimes when the countries are very powerful, laws become meaningless for them. Again, so France has around 290 nuclear warheads. India, nobody explicitly say that we have 180 nuclear warheads, this and that, but according to different postulations or different like sources, India has around 180 nuclear warheads, France 290, and they can deploy it via submarine or air launched cruise missiles like Rafale jets. And again, you can have a look at this. They are saying, people are saying, scholars are saying that no, the amount of nuclear warheads they have, it's not enough, and they would need to manufacture more. Now, there is a question for you. If you know it, you can post it in the comment section. How much or how many nuclear warheads or stockpiles means USA and Russia has? If you know it, post it in the comment section. So would it be like strengthen deterrence? Again, it could boost deterrence against Russia, the people, like the vulnerable countries, especially in the Eastern Europe, which are feeling threatened by the actions of Russia. Although it feels so weird to say that, because Russia has been an all-weather friend of India. But again, this is the reality which is happening there. So again, it shows European unity, but at the same time, critics are saying that it could escalate matter. Russia could see it as escalation. So now what will happen to Russia-France relationship? It has anyway deteriorated a lot. But again, not only France, this is again Russia versus NATO. And will it escalate matter further? What do you think about it? Do you think this is a new level of escalation? And again, there is another point here which was written. It is similar to Russia's 2023 deployment of nukes in Belarus. So just because Russia has, deployed nuclear bombs, nuclear warheads in Belarus, so this is a, quid pro quo. Russia is doing it, so we'll do the same. An eye for an eye makes the whole world blind. Now, when you say these things in today's world, people are like, sir, this is such a stupid thought. Is it a stupid thought? An eye for an eye makes the whole world blind. So this is Belarus. Minsk is the capital. Pay attention to these areas. Any places in news, you know how much UPSC loves it. So we have to be wary and we have to know about it. Pay attention to, Lithuania, Latvia, Sweden. Sweden is a member of NATO. Which particular sea is near to Sweden, Finland? Then there is another question. When we talk about Norway, Sweden, Finland, Denmark, etc., there are two classification of countries. Nordic countries, Scandinavian countries. If you know the difference between them, again, you can post it in the comment section. Let's move on. So this is the question. Do you think it will escalate matter and these people will do dishum? Or do you think, no, sir, the matter has already escalated so much? And it was Russia which actually escalated the matter when they deployed missiles and nukes in Belarus. Now the question is, we have something called as NPT, Non-Proliferation Treaty. We'll talk about it. We'll talk some bit about NPT and NATO as well. So is it allowed under, is it legal under NPT? The answer is no. Article 1 prohibits transfer of nuclear weapons from nuclear to non-nuclear states. But then NATO says that we are not transferring anything, bro. The ownership lies with us. Just like USA transferred or deployed nukes in different European countries, the ownership was with US. France can say that, no, sir, we are not transferring anything. The ownership will lie with us only. But again, that justification NPT will not accept. But what can NPT do? So however, non-proliferation experts, they are saying that this is not legal. France should not do this. Again, this will be very seen as an escalatory measure. But then the counterpoint is, why did Russia deploy nukes in Belarus then? So NATO, established 1949 during the period of Cold War, USA versus USSR, capitalist versus communist ideology. Headquarters, do remember these headquarters. Where is the headquarters of OPEC, NATO? All these things are important. Washington Treaty, members 32. Anything first is very important. So latest member is Sweden. Is Sweden a part of Nordic countries or Scandinavian countries or both? If you know it, post it in the comment section. Collective defense. Now these are some objectives of NATO. Attack on one is attack on all. And again, you can see all the things. Maintains regional and international peace when countries are coming together, promotes democratic values, this and that. So you can read all these. Bol bachchan, that means the stuff which is given here. I'm not reading the slide. Recent activities. So military presence has been enhanced in the Eastern European portion. And as you can see here, Finland joined in 2023. Sweden has joined in 2024. Sweden is the latest NATO member. This is the point which you have to remember. You can forget the rest jibber jabber. Just remember, NATO, when was it established? Where is the headquarters? Brussels, Belgium. And the latest member to join NATO is Sweden. And then the Nordic versus Scandinavian. If you know the difference, you can post it in the comment section. The second part, the second term, important term in this article is NPT, Non-Proliferation Treaty. And they have different objectives rather. Non-proliferation of nuclear weapons, disarmament, and So these are some major objectives which you have to talk about. So came into force 1970. Now, exception, who are not parties to NPT? India is not part of it. Pakistan is not part of it. Israel, North Korea initially wanted to be a part of it, but then later on they were like, no, we don't want to be a part of it. So India was like, you are treating, nuclear weapon states and NWS and non-NWS separately, and there is ambiguity on how you're treating different states. So we don't want to be a part of it. Pakistan followed the same logic. Israel is very ambiguous about whether they have nuclear weapons or not, and they're like, we don't want to do anything with NPT and North Korea. So do remember these exceptions. Exceptions are very important, just like exceptions are important in inorganic chemistry. Okay, so objectives: non-proliferation. We should not be, making more and more nuclear weapons, and we should not be spreading it to different countries. Disarmament, if you have it, and if possible, just destroy your nuclear weapons. Peaceful use of nuclear energy. For that, they have IAEA, International Atomic Energy Agency, which looks after the peaceful use of nuclear energy. Okay, sir. Now, key articles. Article 1, this is what we were talking about. It is not legal under Article 1 of NPT what France is doing. So do remember these things. Then Article 2, 4, 6, there are other provisions. You can have a look at it. This is the article which we were talking about. June 3, 2025, Hindu, page number 12. What would a French nuclear umbrella mean for Europe? Will it escalate matter, or as we have discussed earlier, the matter has already been escalated a lot after what Russia did in Belarus. Now there are 6 MCQs, because the more MCQs you solve, the more you'll be able to remember stuff. First MCQ related to the basic meaning of nuclear sharing. If you know it, post it in the comment section. MCQ 2, which are not signatory to NPT? India, Pakistan, Israel, Iran. Again, if you know it, post it in the comment section. MCQ 3, which article prohibits nuclear weapon states from transferring nuclear weapons or control over them to others? We have discussed all these things. So ideally, you should get all these 6 questions correct. MCQ 4, Russia has stationed tactical nuclear weapons in which particular country as of 2023? What is the basic meaning of state? We have talked about state. We have talked about Strait of Gibraltar as well, because we are seeing that particular map. Strait of Gibraltar connects which 2 water bodies? The last MCQ, the MCQ 6th of the day. If you know the answer of these questions, please post it in the comment section. I will share this particular PDF along with the answer of these 6 MCQs in my Telegram channel, Fun Study with Shub, because study should be fun. Cool, sir. If you have any view on this particular matter, feel free to again share it in the comment section. Also, if you are a serious UPSC 2026 aspirant, you can join our morning batch. Admissions are closing on 3rd June 2025. You can use my code SHS Live to get maximum discount. This is P2I prelims to interview program. It includes prelims and mains, a residential program. There will be a monthly quiz. If you top that quiz, you will get 11,000 reward. What else, sir and ma'am? If you clear UPSC Pre 2026, we'll initiate full refund for you, because you'll be making us as well as yourself proud. So do join it if you are a serious UPSC 2026 aspirant and you feel like you need mentorship, you need guidance, you need us to teach you how to streamline your preparation, then you can join this batch. So that's it from me, sir and ma'am. I will see you soon. Whatever are your views on this particular topic, share it in the comment section. Take care, be blessed. Tata, bye bye.